Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alysha Rania from 9B, and today I will be presenting about my scientific work with the title of The Impact of Pornography Towards Junior High Students' Mental Health and Mindset. In the table of contents, we have introduction, which consists of Islamic value, background, problem statements, objective, and research methods. Next, we have result and data analysis, which talks about the Google Form survey results. And lastly, we have the summary, which concludes the conclusion and advice. First of all, I'm going to talk about the Islamic value. In Quran Surat Al-Isra verse 32, which says, "And do not approach zina or fornication, indeed it is ever an immorality and is evil as a way," meaning that we should all avoid zina and we should not be accessing pornographic content. For the background of the problem, the first one is the majority of teenagers have high level of curiosity towards things related to sexuality. The second one is the ease of access to social media that encourages teenagers to access pornography. The next one is the lack of sex education given to teenagers in this generation. The problem statements for this research is the exposure level of pornography among junior high students and the impact of pornographic content on junior high students' mindsets and mental health. What is the objective of this research? The first one is to know about the exposure level of pornography among junior high students and to know about the impact of pornographic content on junior high students' mindsets and mental health. For this research method, I conducted a survey for the students at junior high with the age range of 13 until 15 years old regarding the negative impacts of pornography towards their mental health and mindsets. The instrument used was Google Forms to collect this data. So now let me tell you all about the brief history of pornography. Pornography is a content that shows sexual activities with the aim of fulfilling someone's sexual desires and can be delivered in various ways, such as images, videos, or sounds. In Indonesia, pornographic content is considered to violate pornographic content is considered to violate moral norms and has been regulated by law to prohibit its widespread distribution. Moving on to the result and data analysis, which is the Google Form survey results. In this survey, I've got 41 respondents, so we can conclude that there are more girls than boys and the majority of them are 14-year-olds. Now, here is the exposure level of pornography on students, which shows us that the majority of students have found pornography, and most of them are found in social media such as X, Instagram, TikTok, and etc. In this graph, it shows us that most students feel disgusted. Statistics below it shows that the scale of how much pornography affects their health. In this slide, the first graph shows the majority of students think that pornography doesn't affect their perspective towards their opposite gender friends, and the second graph below it shows us that pornography doesn't affect much students for their sleep schedules. Now, the majority of students think that pornography doesn't affect their moods nor their focus in studying in the slide. Lastly, we can see that all of the students agree that pornography can damage a teen's mindset, and most of them agree that the school should give broader sex education to all of the students. The summary for this problem is some parents or schools avoid sex education, believing their children aren't ready, leaving teens without accurate information. Lack of proper sex education makes pornography a common source of information despite its negative effects. Weak supervision and easy internet access worsen the issue, and peer influence also contribute as teens tend to ask friends or the internet for answers, increasing their exposure to pornography. Now is the summary and the advice. Sex education is very important to give teenagers the right understanding about their bodies, feelings, and reproductive health. It helps them face puberty with good confidence and keeps them safe from sexual abuse and bad content like pornography. That's why sex education is very important to build healthy minds and protect a teenager's future. The recommendations for me is the school should enhance Islamic programs around the school, and they should provide broader, more detailed sexual education, and they should restrict student access to certain websites, and they should also coordinate with parents to hold a seminar about sex education to raise awareness. That's all from me today. I hope this information is useful, and thank you for listening, and I hope this information is useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.